put this on someone, take and tell them, now, do me a big favor. Don't tell the elephant about the mouse. Because if you tell the elephant about the mouse, you know how they are. And we wouldn't want you getting carried away now, would we? So, what do you think of the elephant? But you can take it even further. Because you can take a white balloon filled end to end, shaped like tusks, split in half, tied in with your ear twist, like so that you have tusks. Plus you can do a little shaping. Take your ear, okay, grab it about 6 inches out, and then again about 6 inches out. Pull up with one hand, pull down with the other. Pull that together into an S-twist, squeezing one, squeezing the other, shaping elephant's ears. Go to the other side, do the same thing. Shaping elephant's ears. With a little adjustment, you'll have the elephant complete with tusks. Bet you thought you were going to get through this entire video without a commercial interruption. Well, guess what? The other day, I found this prop. It's called a 4-foot long number 2 pencil clown prop. Number 2 pad scratcher. You take your pick. But I was thoroughly amazed. Would you believe that there is a 4-foot long number 2 pencil clown prop in this little box right here? Wouldn't believe it, would you? I didn't either. But let me show you. Oh, no, wait a minute. There's nothing in here. What's the deal with this? I thought there was a 4-foot long number 2 pad scratcher in that box. Well, I guess if I had a really big pencil, I could figure that trick out. Check with your local magic store or your preferred clown distributor. If they don't carry them, have them call Viking Magic or David Yin. They can be gotten through either one of those sources. Inspector Bubble here, ready to show you some more hats. I've come upon some discoveries in ballooning that I'd like to share with all my fellow sleuths. Now, you take 2 black balloons, inflating them all but about 1 inch to 1.5 inch portion. These are my celebrity mice. Ralph Dewey calls them Mr. and Mrs. Fay Mouse in a book that he does. What you do is you take 2 black balloons, filled all the way to the end, grasping them in your hands in such a fashion that you can allow them to slide in and out for adjustment of size. Grasping them, squeezing open, measure the head. Taking and letting go of one side, grab the side, either side, whichever side is easiest for you, and twist off a small bubble and the rest of the balloon. And now making the hollow for the head, making sure that each of these pieces is about the same size, you twist off another small bubble, making sure those 2 bubbles are on the bottom, the 2 small bubbles. Now, you'll take, you're wanting a 2-to-1 ratio where 1/3 of size, 2/3 of size, and pinch these 2 pieces and twist them around in a circle so that you wind up with your short piece with your short piece and your long piece with your long piece. Bringing these 2 together, the 2 long pieces, grab them with your thumb and middle finger, or thumb and index finger, finding a place that is equal in distance up this side so that each of these pieces is equal. Taking your two balloons in the middle, as you squeeze this, you twist these two around with your other hand, a couple, several, however many times you need to get them to stay in place. The tension of balloon skins against themselves will hold it in place. Taking the remaining chamber, squeeze the air to the end off of one side, twisting off a small bubble. Tie that bubble in with the bubble on the bottom of the hat on the same side that you're making that ear on. Coming to the other side, squeezing the air to the end, twisting off another small bubble, tying it in on the same side that you're making that ear on. And there you have Mr. Mouse. Now, to show you how to adjust that, I lost my mouse. Well, it's here somewhere, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to find it. Ah, here it is. Most of the girls like the traditional red bow. What you do is you take a balloon. I usually fill it to about arm's length. Now, I work in measurements from the mouth because I blow most of mine by mouth, but that's probably about a foot and 4 or 5 inches. Twisting off a small bubble, bringing up the other end, squeeze the air out so that it's soft. Twisting off another 1-inch bubble, you twist those two bubbles together. Now with the loop that you've made, you find about the middle by pulling out, pinching, and bringing it in, twisting it together so that you have pieces on either side. Now you grasp the bow with your middle finger and your thumb, pulling out and using your index fingers on top, squeeze to shape the bow. Doing the same thing on the other side, you now have a bow that you can put in to the hat. Like I said, most girls like the traditional red bow. Now you take the bow, and where the two small bubbles are on the hat, you take the bow and pull it in by the uninflated section of the balloon. I pull that piece up through the bottom of the bubble, up over the top, then down back through, causing the bow to sit upon the hat, making Mrs. Van Mouse. That's roughly said. I'd like to show you a variation of the Mr. and Mrs. Fay Mouse or Celebrity Mice hats. I've got several of those I'd like to show you today. Let's start with this one. Take and make that same hat with a purple or a dark blue balloon, and you'll have a modern day superhero that we're probably going to hear about forever. Take your ear and taking about 1/3 and about 2/3, pinching, splitting. Now here's where balloon sculpting comes in. You grab the top end, holding it firmly, grab under the bottom, holding it firmly, follow the balloon and roll it in and out of itself several times. Turn the hat, repeat the process on the other side, pinching and twisting, taking that short portion and pushing in and rolling it in and out of itself so that you have your modern day superhero. Now, you can also take this same design, do it in red, and you've got the devil made me do it. You can take another hat of this shape, the mouse hat, only say do one side in black, 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 one side in black, one side in red. Either way, here, one side in black, there, I got it right now. You take, and instead of going 1/3, 2/3, go about half and half and splitting that off. Holding this in an up position, grabbing here, roll back so that it scoots up, yet bends down. Going to the other side, Repeat that same process, dividing it about half and half, splitting as you pinch, and roll so that you have what a lot of the teenage boys like nowadays, Chicago bubbles. Using that same design, you can have the Texas Longhorns. This hat is very versatile, very versatile. No, I'm sorry. It's not your turn yet again today, it's the rabbit. Bye. Sorry everybody, but always trying to steal the show. When you're doing the rabbit hat, which is off the same design as the mouse hat and all the other hats that you've seen in this series, you stop before you join the ear to the balloon. Twist off your bubble, but join it in where the loop started. Join it in there so that you have an ear. Going to the other side, you do the same thing, joining it in so that you have your ears. You can do one of two ways. You can sculpt the ears up like so, or me, my preference is I like to go ahead and split them because it seems to make the ears appear to be a little taller, like so. And there you got your bunny rabbit. And you know, I would like to show you a nose to go with this. You take a pink balloon, say about 8 inches, whatever length you'd like. And you twist off about a 2-inch bubble, and then another 2-3-inch bubble, another, and another, and another. So you actually have 5 bubbles. You twist your 4th, or your 5th, and your 1st joint together. And now you take, so that the bubbles are in a circle upward, the very top, you pinch down to the very bottom and twist those together also several times. Now you need to get rid of the rest of this. I have a technique that I use that, hope you can pick it up. I take my index finger and I squeeze my thumb all the way into my index finger. I take the rest of the balloon doing the same thing. You know how Silly Putty will snap if you yank it, but it will stretch if you don't? Snap. Now you ear twist this bubble on the front with the nozzle where the balloon began. You ear twist that bubble and take the nozzle around inside several times. There's the rabbit. You can take this same nose and take a marker, draw yourself some whiskers. Some people don't carry markers. I do. Make yourself a triangular nose piece. You can also use the same nose design on a reindeer hat. Works very well for Rudolph.
John, hello, we're trying to film a video here.
Oh, yeah. Well, y'all went for a cool drink, had a Coke, and I just decided to have a nap. Long day yesterday. Where were we? Oh, yeah, the angel hat. That's what I wanted to show you. I love this one. This plays real good with the devil hat. You take a white one, and you fill it about, all but about an inch. And you take and twist off about, a 6-7 inch portion. You measure around the head. About to wake up, I think, so that you have the right size. Then you twist so that you have the head portion with the one piece sticking up, the nozzle end sticking up, the uninflated portion, or the uninflated portion sticking down. Make an ear twist at the back where these bubbles all join so that it will help hold the